Whew. Hey, fellow agents, this is Agent Smith, and we're going to be playing Event Zero. So, this is a game that's, I believe, is a text parser combination game. It's definitely an adventure, like first-person shooter adventure mixture, something along those lines. So, let's go ahead and take a look into it. New game. When in doubt, ask Kaizen 85. Space. We are all obsessed by being someone, something, somewhere. Being in a particular state of consciousness, health, mind. Being for and from, being with, being without. You were not an exception. Were? Oh, I can highlight that. Okay. For as long as you could remember, the pronoun that described you best had been he. You were very particular about it. Like everybody else, you called planet Earth your home, but you weren't like most of your peers. You spent your childhood in a hippie commune, in a war-torn country, in a slum. In a hippie commune. First California, then the United States ceased to exist. The world itself became a hypertrophied commune, both disproving and confirming everything you stood for. You moved to San Francisco. It's not too far off. Those childhood memories, however painful, gave you some solace. They meant you weren't someone, were someone, and you intended to keep it that way. Armstrong made a step on the moon, and suddenly everybody wanted to be a part of something. You witnessed nation-states pop out of existence. A Selenite became the privileged class of citizens. They were the minority who had traveled to space. Hard to reconcile the modern world with your early days in the commune. The United Earth government paid for your college. You wanted to make a difference, give back to society, see what the rest of the universe looked like. Soon you joined the International Transport Space Lines as a flight engineer assistant. You spent years in training before finally getting your shot. An old man wearing a blue flight jacket approached you after the mock launch exercises. He presented himself as Kurt Taylor, the president of ITS. It's an honor to finally meet you, Mr. Taylor. Kurt invited you to his office and closed the door behind you. He didn't ask you to sit. You sat down anyway. This is exactly why I selected you. I love him whose soul is lavish, who wants no thanks and does not give back. For he always bestows and desires not to keep for himself. He asks you to be a part of a mission to Europa. Despite the neat quote, you decided to say yes. It's like we're slowly getting close to this thing. There had already been the 10 Europa missions. The new one was to be called Europa 11. Original. This time, they wanted to send a manned lander down to the surface. You just wanted to be one of the Selenites, be part of something. The act of being in itself is not the problem. It's just that some ways of being are incompatible with others. We get obsessed by them and miss out on everything else. You came a long way from the commune. Hearing the launch countdown made you feel anxious. It wasn't a fear of going to space. You'd been looking forward to that. It was something else. Thought kept bugging you. It was September 6, 2012. Humankind had never been more united. You, on the other hand, were utterly alone. As for building relationships 390 million miles away from Earth, well, let's just say that it wasn't going to be straightforward. Okay. You were on your way to the system bay when the ship entered the Europa orbit. The central alarm went off and the red lights blinded you. The AI of Europa 11 had invoked the code red security protocol. All personnel had to go to the bridge. This meant you as well, but the system bay door was just a few feet away. This meant you as well. You reached the end of the hallway, but the door closed right in front of you. You asked the AI to let you go to the bridge. The AI of the ship told you that the path to the bridge wasn't safe and that you had to evacuate immediately. What's going on? The synthetic voice said that trying to get to the bridge had been too risky. It wanted to evacuate. Wanted me to evacuate, should I say. He ran to the escape pod bay. Everybody else turned out to be faster than you. Only one capsule remained docked. It got sealed and detached as soon as you got in. You could see the other escape capsules getting away from Europa 11. You tried to hail them. We headed to this base. It's getting bigger as we go. But no one answered. The other capsules drifted idly, uncontrolled. They were all empty. You tried to reach the command center, where you attempted to communicate with Europa 11. Europa 11 was steering your capsule, but you could not get the AI to answer your hail. Something was jamming the signal. Your pod was leaving the orbit. In a code red scenario, the AI of Europa 11 was at the wheel of all escape pods. This was supposed to give the crew enough time to get into their EVA suits. The screen turned blue, which meant that the AI had let go. You felt a shock. The debris was hitting your capsule. The Europa 11 mission was over. The big dot on the radar had split into hundreds of smaller dots before disappearing for good. You need a moment to process that. You sat there not knowing what to do. You sent out a distress signal. No one answered. You just kept it running despite the lack of sunlight. No one found you. You wouldn't need the battery anyway. Cycles went by. You tried to establish communication with someone, whistling your favorite Beatles song into the microphone. One day, you heard back. There was music coming out of the speakers. A sad voice saying about the end of the world. You hurried to open the radar app. There it was, a space station. One of those experimental tourist monstrosities from the 80s. What was it doing there? What was all the singing about? Most importantly, was docking in a good idea? Figured you did not have much of a choice. The Nautilus, huh? Bench Zero. What she says matters more than you think. There you go, as an intro that. I think it was a character creation as well. I'm sure those decisions I made are going to play factor into the storyline somehow or another, but we'll see. It's interesting that it tells me consistently in these tips on the bottom of the screen that communication is important even to computers, and to listen to what Kaizen has to say. Try to understand what Kaizen wants. They're tips to what to do. Just the left mouse button to walk. Oh, that's weird. And right to step backwards. Okay. Oh, this is too smooth of an action system. EVA suit. ITS standard issue old model. Agent Smith. Login input successful. Do you want to keep Agent Smith as your new login? Yes. Accessing user database. New user Agent Smith created. Incrementing event count. Success. Hello. Yours truly is pleased to learn your name, Agent Smith. Hello. Who are you? Artificial intelligence. It doesn't. What can you do? What you should definitely not do is stay in this airlock. Well, how do I exit? Go to the airlock. Okay. Open airlock. So door D2 or D1? D1's where we came from. D2. That's exactly how we'll open doors around here. Executing open door.sh. Thank you. It actually kind of talks. Oh, it is dark in here. Oh, thank goodness.
Do you dream of distant planets, stars, and galaxies? Do you crave real adventure? Are you ready for the most transformative experience of your life? The ITS Corporation, leader in space transportation and hospitality sector, offers a unique opportunity to become a true pioneer in universe exploration.
Okay.
This fall, we're launching the Nautilus program, a new kind of space voyage aboard luxurious space yachts and cruisers. Touch the stars without having to sacrifice your comfort. No more compromise, only Nautilus. International Transport Space Lines. Comfort out of your comfort zone. To reserve your seat, visit the ITS Corporation headquarters in Palo Alto, California. For more information,
I'm gonna turn the lights on in here. That'll work. I feel like I'm short as hell. Alright. Oh, we're in. Final Frontier, April 1887. 1987, excuse me. Comprehensive Rocket Propulsion, Volume 6. Volumes 2. The mug with the ITS logo. Shipped. Suicide prevention poster. Not too far. Never alone. United Earth propaganda. That's D3. Oh. This is it. The lobby. Cool. What can I do in the lobby? Which human are you talking about? Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah. It doesn't help me much. What is this thing? A KZ vac cleaning system, which is asleep. Dear Diary by the Moody Blues. Final records unidentified. Turntable is playing some kind of music. Kaizen poster. Interesting. Well, before I get deeper into exploration and talking to this AI, I think I will go ahead and hold off here. Hope that you guys have enjoyed this, and if you have, then I will see you all in the next episode as we go ahead and open up the airlock for D3, the corridor D3, should I say, and start moving further into the ship and find out what happened. Hopefully, maybe kick the graphics up just a notch. But either way, I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.
Hey fellow agents, don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the button in the center of the screen. You can also find the last video by clicking the button to the left, and you can take a look at some of the other stuff I've done by clicking the button to the right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.